Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Show Up for Your Health Day. Yay, yay, yay. Hi, I am Chica Hunt, the Show Up Coach, and I help women 40 and 50, or over 40 and 50, show up for the life that they were created to live. It's about being clearly visible for your one opportunity, your one life. Listen, today it is Show Up for Your Health Day. And today I am, it's Friday. It is a Friday. We've made it through the week. And today I am on my way to the gym. And I'm so excited about it. For those of you who are new to this channel, because it's a new channel, but also new to my life. I have been on a health journey now for 1 year and 8 months, and I lost 54 pounds. I've reached my weight loss goal from 210 pounds to 155 pounds. So give or take a pound or two, kind of coming and going. I gain one, lose one. And it has been one of the most rewarding things that I have done for myself in a very long time. It also just so happens to be Valentine's Day. And so I'm just asking you to come right along with me, because most of the time my YouTube channel will be probably in a car, transitioning, driving from one place to the next because of my busy life. And you'll get to know more about that and more about me shortly. I'm going to actually do a video just giving you a little backdrop, a little bio about who I am. But today, on this special Valentine's Day, on this love day, I want to talk about how important it is to love on yourself by having good health, by taking care of this vehicle called the body that is yours, that you get to occupy, that you get to live in, that you get to cherish, that you get to experience life through these eyes, through these ears, through this mouth, through this body, through this brain. And loving on yourself, loving on yourself, whether you're married, like me. I've been married for a very long time. I've been legally married about 32 years, and I've been with my significant other for 35 years. And so I know a little bit about showing up for your marriage. But whether you're married or single, one of the most important things you can do for you is love yourself. Love yourself. And when I say not obsess over yourself, or not love yourself more than you love God, or more than you love, the God, the Father who created you. But loving on yourself is a testament that you value you value your body, you value your health, you value your vehicle. Your health is your wealth. And one thing money cannot buy, and that is optimum healing. It probably can buy and invest in the right medication and things like that to help you along, but it cannot buy total wholeness. And so my journey of weight loss came after a struggle, literally a 35-year struggle of losing weight. I was a teen parent. I started there. I had my baby at a very young age. And so that started me on this cycle of weight gain. And I had married young and had children right after each time. And so in having kids, if you know anything about having kids, you're going to gain weight. And so I've been on a yo-yo diet literally for over 30 something years. I can honestly tell you it's been that long. And a lot of it was not just weight, but trauma, things that I've experienced in my life. And you'll get a chance to really get to know a little bit more about that. But trauma, and not being taught the proper value of your body, proper value of food, nutrition, things like that. So, but the beautiful thing about why I have included health in my show up journey, and why we're going to talk about showing up for your health, which is the H in show up, is because I've always been passionate about health and wellness, like always, like as far as I can remember. I had everybody laughing. If you know anything about Sit and Be Fit, my grandmother, my great grandmother I would come in the room and watch her, and she was doing Sit and Be Fit. And, Sit and Be Fit, the lady would be sitting in the chair, and, she'd be doing the exercises and things like that. And I watched my great grandma, who was a very overweight person, which is pretty prominent in African American families, because we build everything around food. Well, the world everything's built around food. The holidays are built around food. Church functions are built around food. Family events, birthdays, everything you do most of the time is built around food. And so I grew up watching my great grandmother cook in the kitchen, and she would make mustard greens and pig feed and all the things that African Americans tend to eat back in those days, because it was cheap. And when you had a big family, you had to learn how to stretch your food and stretch your dollar, and so most of them had their own forms and things of that nature. And so I don't want to go off on a rabbit trail with that, but you get the point. And so I grew up with her telling me the value of making sure that when I had children, that I would, feed them foods that would fill them up, okay, so that they, wouldn't be crying that they're hungry. And so, of course, I ended up having 4 children. And so she taught me the importance of butter beans and pinto beans and cornbread and fried chicken and smothered pork chops and rice. And I get excited just thinking about that good food. I can still remember getting to my grandmother's house in pre-K, getting ready to be dropped off at kindergarten. I always say kindergarten, since I'm blogging and YouTubing, and I could smell the oatmeal from the car. And she would fry the bacon and take the bacon drippings and pour it over in the oatmeal, plus butter, plus sugar. That was some good eating, okay? And I tell you, I can remember that like it was yesterday, and had that little bacon and those eggs. It was just good, and I can remember that. And that was home cooking, Southern home cooking. And I remember that. And so in that, I watched her grow up cooking. And she was also a first lady of a church. My great-grandfather was a pastor as well, just as my husband and I are pastors and church planners as well. And so that is how I grew up. I grew up around food and church functions and things of that nature. So I can say that I learned to have a very unhealthy relationship with food early, because again, it was the way of our culture. It was the way of our culture. And so as a result of that, my phone was ringing, so I don't know. I hope it didn't mess my video up. But as a result of that, again, we grow up with unhealthy relationships. And so, of course, with food. And so my whole life, then my grandfather and my grandmother raised me at different points in my life, and he was a chef. So he would cook all of the food and go get the chicken out the backyard and wring the chicken's neck and pop the chicken's neck. Yes, I grew up watching the chicken run around the backyard, because that's how we were raised, and getting the chicken eggs out the chicken coop. And I didn't even grow up on a farm, honey. That was an acre's home. But that was the norm. And so I didn't like meat for many, many years because of that. Like, they would put that chicken on my plate, and I would be sitting there crying because I did not want to eat the chicken that I just saw running around the backyard. Yeah, and I don't want to get too graphic in it, but anyway, you get the point. So that is how I grew up. And so fast forward, I loved food. I was a foodie. I loved food. Like I say, chitlins were a norm for us, even though they were bad for you. Eating bad food, comfort food is what we call it now. Soul food is more of a comfort food. It's how I grew up. And as a result of that, long story short, by the time I was 25 or so, I had high blood pressure. I had to start taking blood pressure medicine at 27, probably before that, because I had my daughter really young, and it threw my body off and heart and things that off. So I may have already had it and didn't know it. But I started taking blood pressure medicine at 27 years old, and I'm 50. I'll be 51 in about 2 weeks if the Lord tarry. And so that's how long I've been taking blood pressure medicine. And so around about that time, when I started taking blood pressure medicine at 27, is when I really got serious about trying to lose weight. At that point, I had 4 children later. I was a size 18, and I had high blood pressure, and I could barely walk around a cul-de-sac. But I had been following Oprah Winfrey's health journey for years. Again, I've always been really health conscious, love to exercise and things of that nature. But I, again, had a very unhealthy relationship with food. And so as a result, I would live vicariously through Oprah Winfrey's weight loss journey. I could understand it. I followed it. I had her video. I had her tapes. And those, I would always find something or someone that could motivate me in the area that I needed to be motivated so that I can focus. So there started my up and down yo-yo diet. So around that time, I got serious. I've done every diet that you can think of. I've done the Atkins diet. I've done the South Beach diet. I've done the intermittent fasting diet. I've done Fin. I've done Slim Fast. I've done the 3-day diet, the airline stewardess diet, the you name it, I have done it. No carb diet, I've done it all. And I think that even threw my body off track as well. But I did it, and I even lost weight. I dropped, I think back then at about 25 years old. I dropped weight. I dropped from a size 18 to a size 8. Walking every day, cutting out foods. I followed the Oprah Winfrey's diet of, small portion control. But the key was exercise. I continued to exercise. I continued to work out and put that time in and put that energy in, and I got the weight off.